SMCI is in a very strong spot, guys. So in the last video, we mentioned that we should be able to test our next resistance zone very, very effortlessly at a minimum. We have pushed to the zone, testing exactly for 1 and 2 days, exactly these highs before rejecting. As of now, we kind of have pulled back the overall market as a lot of things is flipping red, but this does offer a very good break and retest opportunity for new buyers within the market, guys. SMCI is in a very, very strong spot as of right now, right? Earnings is near, but this is very due time for a technical analysis right now. So without further ado, let's go start our analysis off first on the weekly. So on the weekly analysis, guys, it's as simple as this. We're not going to spend too long on this as we've been mentioning this, guys, for months and months and months now. We see 3 phases, guys, simple as that. Phase 1, this broke us out from, $35 to 122. We've seen phase 3, right? This one being a pennant structure. We broke down from these, $80 levels to as low as $18, $17 range. Now for phase 3, we're seeing a very, very, very tight phase of consolidation. And we officially broke over that, guys, at that $48 level. So it's really as simple as that, guys. We don't want to spend too long on this as, we alerted the breakout once we broke over $48. But as of now, we look really, really strong, guys. We're in that parabolic stage where, come last week, we had this strong hammer candle with a large body on top, giving that euphoric press come end of week. And we've continued that into this week. So as of now, a little bit of rejection, but we should be pushing once again on the weekly these highs around that 62.50, which we did reject. And the next zone should be this very obvious 66.50, which makes a ton of sense from a weekly perspective, guys. So keep it on these 2 levels. As of now, we did reject 62.50. Likely a very good chance we come back up within the next week or 2 or 3 and retest that and likely break over, pushing the next zone. On the weekly, we look good here, guys. Arguably a little bit of downside or consolidation to come, but we don't want to rely on the weekly for the very short term. This is for the long term. Within the long term of things, we're breaking out of the structure. In the long term is a great argument. We could be pushing $80. So we do love the look of the weekly analysis on SMCI. Now we're flipping over the daily, man. We're in this channel. Simple as that. We've been trading and following this channel for quite some time. Whenever we get to the bottom of this, range of this channel, it's like a trampoline. We bounce up. Hence over here, we spiked very aggressively, 21%. Right over here, we spiked very, very aggressively, up about 20% in 4 days. So stock price is coming down to this $54 to $55 range. I do not believe we go any lower than this. Right, we do have earnings, so this does add some volatility. As if we have some bad earnings, there's a good chance we do go below that. Right, that is outside of technical analysis. But even if we do, it's likely the spot we bounce here, guys. And this is the bottom of this ascending channel, which has been so respective, and this very strong resistance, which gave us this breakout, guys. So if you're looking for a position on SMCI, watch that $54 to $55 level right here, guys. Not sure if we get exactly that low, but man, this would be a really good dip buying opportunity. Getting a double padded support within this previous resistance, right? Turn support and the bottom of this ascending channel. So on the daily, we do look very prime for upside. Despite rejecting the 62.50, it's not the end of the world, guys, right? Sometimes we can't have hip-hop activity as SMCI is known to have, right? Right before the breakout, we held this tight channel before breaking from it. Kind of looking a little bit bearish, going a little bit below this ascending channel before the next day, holding it. And then we did a big spike up. So often, guys, when we have a pretty, unpredictable, not unpredictable because we're rejecting this resistance, but a, harder version than stock price coming from 62.50 to 56, likely there's some, good upside to come. SMCI is a good one to buy on dips. So as of now, we look pretty damn good, man. I don't think we go any lower than, once again, this $54 to $55 range is a very, very high interest level where we're getting not only this standing support, but we're getting this very, very, very strong resistance, which honestly is a very good spot to buy a dip. So keep an eye on that, guys, if you are looking for a position. This is not financial advice, by the way. So with that being said, guys, we're now going to filtrate to the hourly analysis. So on the hourly analysis, guys, we just seen us, we're just grinding up. We had this parabolic phase over this support we just mentioned on the daily. We're pressing against this for multiple hours at a time. Once broken above that with a very strong push up and then holding this ascending channel, right? We come up, we have a nice spike up and come down on this level. Nice spike up, we're rejecting this resistance for multiple hours at a time, like we mentioned in the last video, holding, till eventually not being strong enough. We come down to go test this support, breaking a little bit beneath it, come end of day, and then today we gap down with almost every single stock in the stock market gapped down today. So it's kind of unfortunate timing. I think if the overall market was good, we would have likely bounced here and then go to retest the zone. But the overall market is weak and it did drag down SMCI, guys. So as of now, we're seeing some strong bottom out signs within this 55.74 support. Not super, super important, guys. I don't put a lot of merit into this level, but we have some respect here. So on the weekly, we still look good, guys. From a long-term perspective, we look beautiful. It's going to take a lot for the sellers to dominate this trend. As once again, when we broke out over here, it's really pullbacks don't really matter, right? Then flip to this other phase, any upticks don't matter. We've seen a lot of respect in this level, and arguably the biggest phase of consolidation and breakout we've seen is occurring now with a nice revisit within these lows. There's just a lot of nice things to like on the SMCI chart from a long-term perspective. Over to the daily, medium term, we're getting to this great area of value where we're getting a really good dip buying opportunity within this ascending channel, and we might come down and revisit that $54 to $55 support level, which is previous very tough resistance, guys. And notice how on this strong breakout day, when we really bounced from this ascending channel strong, we held exactly this level. Very nice look, and then a gap up. So a lot of very obvious signs within this level. I do not believe we'll get any lower than this $54 level, guys. But mind you, we do have earnings, right? Earnings can be very, very volatile, right? If you have very, very bad news, it could, if it's below. The next level you'd want to watch if we do have very, very bad earnings would be that $52 to $51 level. There's some support here, but yeah, guys, this is what it looks like. We look really, really good as of now. I don't think this is a selling opportunity. It does make things a little bit more hairy having, earnings, but if earnings does flip good here, guys, we're likely to gap up very strong, have a nice strong bar pushing into this resistance once again, and then likely the next day closing above. So there's a lot more upside than downside from a technical perspective from the long term, from the medium term, and from the short term, guys. Short term's a little bit more in the air, but gotta love this look. Arguably a little bit of a tight flag here. So there's a lot of nice things to like on every single analysis, and despite the overall market being shaky, SMCI does look to bounce here very, very soon. So with that being said, guys, if you found any value in the video today, drop a sub and a like. We will be going over SMCI stock price about 1 to 2 times per week. So with that being said, guys, have a good day. Take care, trade smart, and thanks.